Molly, if I have any questions pop up, please let me know because I can answer them.
Okay. A few people just want to verify that this specific workshop is going to be recorded.
It is recording. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, it is recording. Okay, so we're talking about a $25,000 limit on a HELOC. For you guys who don't know, a HELOC, you do have to own a home. It's a home equity line of credit. Okay? All right. So, and I was thinking too, because I get this question all the time, how do you know how much your HELOC could be for if you have a good credit score? And this is how. Let's say you have a $300,000 value, your house appraised for $300,000. Let's say that your mortgage payoff is 500 or 200,000, okay? So your mortgage balance is 200,000. And okay, I just really missed a step here, so let me start back here. We'll come back to that. So the way they calculate how much the loan to value is that they're going to allow you to borrow in your HELOC, most states it's 80%. I've seen 90% in some states. It all depends on your state, but we're going to do loan to value 80%. So 300,000, I think I put in 3 million times 80% is 240,000. So this is your loan to value on a $300,000 home. Now, out of that 240,000, they have to see what the balance is on your mortgage because this mortgage is already taking up your equity. People are so scared of a HELOC, and if it wasn't for the fact that it's so sad people don't understand the HELOC, I would laugh out loud because the HELOC and the mortgage both are depending upon your equity. So people say, "Oh, I don't want to get a HELOC because, then that'll take up my equity or that'll be on my home." Well, it's like, dude, you already got a mortgage on it. Do something now that's going to help you pay off the mortgage, just like the videos teach. So that being said, you would have $40,000 available in a HELOC if your bank approves it. So does this make sense? It's your value times whatever percent the bank allows in your state, getting that loan to value amount, subtracting out the balance that you have on your mortgage. That is what is available for you to take or borrow from the bank. I hope that makes sense. Right now, the HELOC interest rate's the second position. I've seen from 6.5 to 8.5. It just depends on your bank. Okay. Position one, or the first lien HELOC, the all-in-one, same thing. Harrison is coming on next in the next session, and he is going to lay that out for you. So I'm going to talk about the second position because he will grab the first. Okay, so I'm going to get a pen that is going to write for me. Okay, so let's start with this HELOC. Remember, she's in a negative cash flow. So to bring her into a positive cash flow, I am going to start with, let's pay the $2,500 credit card into the HELOC. So 2,500 is now the balance of the HELOC. Okay. Now we've paid that off. We've gained 160. She is now out of the negative. Does that make sense so far? So since this is a $25,000 limit, I'm going to throw in the $4,000 balance of credit card number 2. Now she's gained 250 more in cash flow because she no longer has either of these debts. And her cash flow now, 250 plus 160. And then we have to minus out the 127 she was at. So $283 is now her new cash flow in one step. Okay. So her balance on the HELOC now is 6,500. Okay. So just like I showed you in the example where your direct deposit comes into your checking and you transfer it over into your line of credit. That's what this person's going to do. Now she's paid bi-weekly, so she's not going to get 4,900 in a chunk. Like I said earlier, I check my account every single day. If there's 50 bucks in there, I'm transferring it over to my line of credit because I'm keeping the line of credit at a lower daily balance, okay? So when she brings her 4,900 after she makes the two deposits where she gets paid bi-weekly, we're just going to show it by the month so that I can save room on the board. So 6,500, subtract out her income. Now she is showing 1,600, but she has to pay her living expenses throughout the month. She has to keep making the payments that she makes. So 1,600 is the actual balance that she has on the HELOC. Now she's just going to go pay her expenses like she always does anyway, but she's using the line of credit to do it instead of leaving her paycheck in the checking account to do it. That's where we feel like that the paycheck just fell through our hands. It's like I got paid yesterday and today I don't have enough to get to next week. I've been there. That's what the checking account does for you. Okay. So using the line, you're always going to have some funds available to get you through the month. Then you just keep throwing your income in there, funding it back up. That's all we're doing here. Okay. So let's see how this works out. So she's at 1,600. She's going to pay 300 or 3,000, I'm sorry, for her living expenses. Remember, this is food, gas, anything else, tithe, whatever you do throughout the month. And then we're going to add up the payments we have left for 10, 210, 300, and 690. So she has to make $1,610. Now I know some of you are screaming. I can just hear it through this video. You're saying, yeah, but you haven't added in the payment for the HELOC. Don't deny it. I know you were sitting there saying that. When your income goes in, like I just showed in the last example, you have satisfied any monthly payment that will be due on this HELOC. So that's why you don't see a HELOC payment. I'm getting ready to apply interest because you will see that on your statement. Okay. So let's add this up. 1,610, 1,600, and 3,000. So that's 6,210. And then let's add some interest. So the bank does the average daily balance. I'm going to take it off of the high, okay? And I'm going to say this HELOC's at 8%. So the high balance is 6,500. If you're doing velocity banking right, you'll never pay on a high balance because you're better than that. So it's going to be about $44 interest. So she's at 62.54 going into month 2. Okay.